The significance of the Abuja Airport to the development of the entire FCT is one that cannot be overemphasized. Now, this said road was constructed it started construction during the Yar'Adua administration, and then it was finished 2014 by the Goodluck Ebele Jonathan administration. And I cannot overemphasize what this said road played to the development of the FCT. Until today, it still holds a lot of significance to the development of the entire FCT. And if you're that investor who is looking to invest into a prospective location in terms of gaining returns on investment in the city of Abuja, then I assure you that this video is one that you do not want to miss the information I'll be sharing in this particular video. The importance of the Abuja Airport Road is one that is not spoken enough about in this very city. And in today's video session, I will be discussing some of the importance it plays and also telling you the places you should consider investing into that are along the Abuja Expressway that is guaranteed to give you return on investment when you're investing into the Abuja real estate market, as it were. My name is Alifune David, and I am the real estate broker in the city of Abuja who is committed to bringing you the absolute best of real estate, educating you, and also bringing you the most affordable real estate investment opportunities in this very city that is sustainable. First off, one thing I would want to say is that the construction of this very road started during the Umaru Yar'Adua administration, and then the finished construction of this very road in 2014. And this is a 10-lane road that connects you straight from the main airport to the city center, right? And if you have visited this very city and you have not gone through that very road, that means you must have come into the said city through flying with broom. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But apart from that, right, the Abuja Airport Road plays a very huge significance to the development of the entire FCT, and there are several reasons for that. Not just because of the connection from the city center to the main airport, not just because it is the only place that people fly when they come into the said city, but for various other reasons, which we'll be sharing in this particular video. First off, as stated, this very road is over a 10-kilometer road that takes you straight from the city center to the international airport, right? But it extends past the international airport. In fact, this road takes you from the city center to the connection of where the Onyx and the OSEX is, which we'll be diving deep into during the ongoing conversation of this very video, right? And this is very, very important. As stated earlier, apart from the connection that the international airport road has from the city center to the Abuja airport, it also has major connections to some of the most important roads inside the FCT, as it were. And one of those said roads is called the Onyx, which is also the Kubwa Expressway that you popularly call it to be, right? And that said road is also a 10-lane road connection that takes you from Asoko straight to Zuba. And then the other road that the airport road is connected to is the OSEX, which is the Outer Southern Expressway, currently known as the Apo-Kaishi Expressway, that also takes you from Asoko straight to Gwagwalada and then connects by that Gri Junction here in the city of Abuja. Now, these are some of the important it plays. But between the distance from the city center to the Giri Junction, where the meeting point of the OSEX and the Onyx is, there are several meeting points of important roads from the distance between the city gate to that particular Giri Junction. And some of those connections are places like the Ring Road 1, which is known as the Nnamdi Azikiwe Road, the Ring Road 2, also known as the Kado Galadima Road, the Ring Road 3, also known as the Piakasa Road, and a lot more important road that is connected. And if you're familiar with this YouTube channel, I've spoken a lot of times about the roads in the FCT and the importance it plays to the development of this entire city. Right? The Ring Road 1 is demarcating the phase 1 of development from the phase 2. The Ring Road 2 is demarcating the phase 2 of development from the phase 3. The Ring Road 3 is demarcating the phase 3 of development to the phase 4, and it goes on like that. And without the airport road, there would be no meeting point, right, for these said ring roads. Now, the Ring Road 1 takes you straight from Apo and takes you to somewhere around the Meitama and the Mpape Hills, while the Ring Road 2 also takes you from Apo straight to somewhere around Gwarimpa. right? These are some of the connections that it takes you to. But between the connection from Apo now for the Ring Road 1 to Maitama, you have the Abuja Airport 2 just right in the middle. Now, the connection between the Ring Road 2 from Apo also to Guarimpa, you also have the International Airport 2 just right in the middle. And this goes straight like that till the ending of that very road. And as of right now, some of those locations are currently now known as the prime locations for real estate in the city of Abuja. But as you proceed in that very road, there are some locations that are still developing in terms of its real estate and also in terms of the value of real estate in that particular location. If we begin to exclude places like Jabi, Kukwaba, Wuye, and all of those said areas from the equation from the Ring Road 2 now down to the Ring Road 1, those said places are now currently known as the prime locations for real estate in this very city. But as you proceed going into the phase 3, where you have Lokogoma and all of those said areas, they are still upcoming location and they currently are in the high range, right? But once you go past that phase 3 and getting into the phase 4 and the phase 5, where you have places like Lugbe and Kiami, those said places, they are still developing. And right now, it's still the best time for you to invest into any of these locations. Because like I've stated earlier, the movement of development is moving from the phase 1 down to the main airport road area. Right? And as it is moving, it is also providing investors with a lot of returns on investment when you're investing into this location. Now, another thing about this very location that is very, very important is that if you start to look at the prices of real estate around the airport road, you would know that as of right now, it is considered very, very affordable. Now, in some of the locations around Nigeria, as it were, in places like Lagos, the Lagos International Airport, and all of those said areas, if you compare the prices of real estate in those said locations to the prices of real estate in Abuja, you would know that it is relatively very, very affordable. And if you as an investor want to enjoy benefits that investors who invested into the locations where the Lagos International Airport was, you can also take advantage by investing into nearing location that is close to the airport that are still developing. And some of those said locations are places like Idu, Kiami, the new allocated Lugbe, and a whole lot more locations that is still affordable as of this very moment. Let's now add some of the major projects currently going on around that main airport road and why I consider it to be prime location for real estate as of this very moment. One is the Centenary City. If you are very familiar with the Abuja landscape as it comes to real estate, you would know that the Centenary City is a major landmark for real estate in the coming years. And one thing you should be asking yourself is that why did they choose to bring you such a project and somewhere located along the major expressway? That is because of the plan that is moving towards that very location. Right. In that same location, we also have our Hutu project, which we are currently marketing, and you can get a plot there starting at 6.48 million naira. Right. And consider that said investment to be very, very affordable because of the close proximity it has to the international airport. In the next coming months, all these said prices you are hearing, they will definitely skyrocket because of the project happening around that very location. Another major landmark that is currently sponsored by the federal government is that the location where you have the city gate right now, it is not meant to be there. Right? It is supposed to be close to the international airport so that as you are coming in from the international airport, the first thing you are seeing in terms of coming into the city center is the city gate. And the proposed location for the city gate is somewhere between where the Centenary City is and the Kuje Bridge. Right? That is where that said structure is going to be in the future, according to the master plan of this very city. Right? And with all of this happening behind the scenes, with all of this said project on the master plan, you should know that the current FCT minister is following the master plan as first initiated by the International Pioneer Associates. And with all of this comes development, with all of this comes major returns on your investment as investors who are investing with strategic information that I'm sharing with you on this particular platform. And if you are ready to take a hold of any of these said opportunities that I've shared for you, then do ensure to reach out to me on the number showing right on the screen. As of right now, we have investment opportunities in this said location for as low as 10 million naira. And also we have investment opportunities in our Hutu project where you can get a plot there starting at 6.48 million naira. And with the movement of development from the phase 1 to the phase 5 in the FCC, you should know that these said prices, they are not permanent. Definitely in the future, we would be increasing the prices as development is definitely happening around the external region of where those said projects are located. And if you want to be part of the moving train as investors who are investing strategically into the said city, then do ensure to reach out to me on the number shown right on your screen. Once again, my name is Alefune David and I am the real estate broker in the city of Abuja who is committed to bringing you the absolute best of real estate, educating you, and also bringing you the most affordable real estate investment opportunities in this very city. I would see you on our next video session. Until then, stay safe.